Hello, man. My name is Jesse, and welcome to the Valiant Lifestyle. I'm your host, Jesse, and this is my content. In this episode, I don't want you to flick away. I want you to stay with this as long as you can. In fact, I bet you can stay until the very end. Here's how this is going to go. If you're a new subscriber or haven't subscribed yet, I'm going to welcome you to come over here and subscribe, hit the all notification. And what that does is it allows all my content to be available to you, as we say in French, n'importe quand, whenever. And if this is you returning for the 209th time, welcome back. Welcome back. I love seeing you here and I love the comments. Keep them coming because this is what helps me help you. This is what supports me in supporting you. All right, I'm going to dive into this because this is a bit of a heavier one, and I want to have a bit of a trajectory plotted out for you so that you can get a feel of what this is. I believe highly in having compassion for oneself. And I also believe that it takes time to figure out what that is. And when it was something of which for me was an issue, I realized within myself that I did not love myself. I realized I hated myself. Whew. So what is this episode going to be about? This is going to be about having compassion for yourself and seeing that compassion in other people. So when I started to develop a sense of compassion for myself, I was able to go back and look and start to see about the little granular things in my life. So that meant stop crapping on myself when it came to where I was in this present day. And what I would do was wake up every morning and go, oh, I haven't done my exercises yet. I haven't done anything yet. I hadn't done anything. And it all started with that. And it was the reprogramming, the reissue of the belief in my subconscious. What does all that mean? You keep talking about this subconscious stuff. Yeah, Jesse, yeah, I know. But it's so important because your subconscious on the sub level, think of a submarine that is within you, that is, stop it, that is continually doing surveillance on you, and it has a bit of a periscope into knowing what you're doing, yet it is the guiding factor in your life. That is your belief system, that is your programming. Then what do I mean by programming? It is the conscious behaviors, the things we learned when we were kids to do through our parents and through our friends. And by the age of 8, we developed an entirely complex sense of behaviors which became programs in our life. And that we could be every morning you wake up at the same time, you put your slippers on, and then you head downstairs and then you pour yourself a bowl of cereal with some milk on it. That's a program. You put some toast in the toaster and then you go to the fridge and you get the milk and then you put that on your cereal. Those are programs. And if that was your everyday waking up and getting ready to go to school, that is what I'm talking about. Now, what am I referring to? I'm going to bring these two stories together now. Present day, it's looking back and reflecting and going, for me, that was a part of who I was, and that was the foundation that I laid for this point in my life. And it was so important. So I got to learn what great compassion was for myself in developing the awareness. In one day going, holy cow, I would not have known to do what I'm doing now without having done what I did. And that in itself was a gift of revelation. It was saying to myself, wow, I did that for me so that I could get me to here. All unbeknownst to knowing that I would get to here. How did I do that? I made manifest of it. I created my reality using the knowledge that I had, unknowingly using that knowledge to get to here, and then some parts really registering with the active part, going, no, I want to do this better. I want to look at this aspect of my life better. So what am I really getting at here? It took going out in the wilderness for me to sit with my thoughts and say, what is it that I'm doing now that I really love about myself? Because I really didn't love myself. I hated myself. But what I got to find compassion for was the man who I was that I never knew would be this man. And the compassion for the little boy and the younger adult, if they knew that they would become this, that's where the compassion came in for me. And then what I did was I started to love those two people before me as if they were individuals, as if they were my sons, and I brought them up and I brought them to this point. And you might say, well, that's a really interesting metaphysical and philosophical and spiritual way to put it. Yeah, that is a holistic way to put it. But when you think about it in that light, that shows compassion. That for me, that was me honoring who I was and who I had to become in order to be here. And those two people, my little boy and my younger adult, forged this path to get to here. And then I was able to merge them all in those moments, to have the awareness to go, I really love who I am, because they forged a hard path. They fought hard for me to get to here. And without them, there would be no success of me here in this present moment. And they stuck it out for me. They stuck it out for me. I didn't think this was going to happen, but there you are. This is what it means to have compassion for yourself. Because when you realize how much power and how much strength took to get, when I realized how much strength and power it took to get to here, all of that was worth it. And that, my friends, is true compassion. And when I saw that in myself, I started seeing that in my daughter, in my bonus daughter, in my wife, in my friends, in my clients, in my mom, in my dad, in my brother, in my niece, in my soon-to-be nephew. That is the essence of life. Is that love and that sense of compassion, that ability to be able to do that. And as a man, it's so important to be able to know and feel what that is. And if you're feeling like, Jesse, I love what you've said, but I really want to know about how I can do that for myself, that's what I'm here for, my man. And that is why I think today's the day you go to thevaliantlifestyle.com and you book that discovery call. And we talk about what that could mean for you. And we talk about how to get you there. And we talk about connected and disconnected and what that means in order to really perceive of what that could be for you. Because I want that for you. I truly do. All right. Thank you for watching. And let's do this. Let's do this!